name's Fiona Morrison, or I'm more not known as Fee, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm a minister with the Uniting Church in Australia, and I cover the areas from Devonport, Penguin, Burnie and Wynyard. Mainly because we believe in the dignity of all humanity and that every person is precious and is entitled to live with dignity. Because we believe as Christians, coming from the Jewish faith, that we are all God's children, and that we believe it's harmful conversion practice to people's mental health and well-being. Yeah, sadly, it still happens in faith communities. And even sometimes I think it happens accidentally because people think, oh, we'll just pray for that person. And they don't think about what they're actually praying for, that actually they might not have permission. And even when it is done under a conversion practice thing, it quite often happens in context without free, prior and informed consent. And I think we as God's people are called to have a place where people feel safe. And sadly, the church has failed that in many ways in the past. And I think if we continue to uphold or even support these practices, then people of this community who already feel unsafe and unharmed are excluded even more from faith communities. And quite often, I think it also creates an imbalance of power dynamic. So it actually goes against what we're saying, that we're all equal, we're all human, we are all loved. This is actually saying, no, we're not. So that's why I think it's so important that faith communities are aware of what they're doing and they change practices. I think because we are called as a faith community to into God's reconciling love. And it's an imperative that we listen to and learn from and walk alongside those for whom we seek justice. And it's caused serious, ongoing, and sometimes tragic harm to those who are affected. And we cannot support that. That's, we need to call all people to live life in all its fullness and allow people, whoever they identify with or for, to do the same. I think one of the most important things is that people realise that it is still happening, that it's not some archaic thing. It is archaic, but it is still happening. And as I said, it happens in a way that people don't even think they realise what they're doing. And I think it's also, if it's legislated, it would help people in all our communities, faith and community groups, support groups, sporting groups, all sorts of groups, schools, etc., to understand the impact that this practice has and it will prevent further harm. I think the church is called in to stand in solidarity with marginalised communities and to reflect upon our own shortcomings. Sometimes people think we're perfect and we're not, but we are called to always personally reflect, as all humans are, and to offer an alternative way of support and love. And one of the things I think is most important to all people, especially to those of the LGBTQI community, is to say, you exist, you are valid, you matter, you are valued, you are gifted, you are loved, and I give thanks for you.